Okay. Okay, so... Bro, people are running well, Yang, with like everyone and their moms. Hey guys. Mr. Hair, because of the new hair card. So this is going to be a little bit overdue, but the anomaly arbitration statistics for the latest anomaly arbitration update across all knights as well as Anomaly King. So we are just gonna blitz through this immediately, following that up with the all knight analysis, jumping right in. It appears that the remembrance slop is still the fastest clearing team with a absolutely massive more than 50% appearance rate. And then we have a random Blair on a sub DPS coming into a 2.69. Fu Xuan, very small appearance, most likely with the Elation flagship as well. Then we have a little bit of Blair. Asheville doing very, very well. Oh. Wait, where's Evanescence here? Oh, what the f... Oh, that shit is crazy, chat. So, E0 Silver Wolf just completely destroys Evanescence, which is why people are saying she is the side push. And there it is, alright. So Silver Wolf will be the third best DPS, technically second best main DPS, aside from the castorice. Yao Guang still doing very, very well. Huan Huan literally getting boosted by Elation. Then Asheville main DPS is going to be our third best performing DPS. Somehow Car is still holding on. Alright, holding on very, very tightly right next to Evernighto, in the middle between these two as a main DPS at E0. I think most likely this is probably, I'm guessing with Mortonix Blade and Aggro. That's my guess. Holy shit, yo,
What
QQ.
is my boss-in-law doing up there in 73 cycles?
Who is your boss-in-law? Oh, Mr. QQ, thank you so much for the $2 tip. You know what? This is literally just because she got boosted by Elation. I don't see any other role in which Fu Xuan is gonna be 2.73, especially with this play rate. So, and then what to do? Then we do have a team at E0 doing quite nice. Actually, a little bit better than Blaze. Yeah, team actually did a little bit better than Blade. Despite Blade having just came out as the brand new version for DPS at E0, which is very, very interesting. HMC we feel is still fine. Firefly went up a little bit with Lingsha. The double MCs, slightly behind this due to Girlfriend being such a good synergy. Then DOT is fine. Acheron, a overwhelming performance increase on Acheron, going to a 3.85 from literally unplayable. Bro went from unplayable to 3.85 overnight, literally out clearing E0 Evanescence. Shocking change of events. And then we have main DPS Sparksy being a little bit homeless. I think Well Yang runs at E0 is just like kind of disgusting. How the f did Bailu clear faster than Fei Xiao, bro? Okay, I think the only reason is just because people were slandering. Right, people were just using Bailu to be wheelchaired alongside with Remembrance flagship, as well as with M-Blade, as like M-Blade sustain. Because there should be no reason why Fei Xiao's performance is gonna be this low. And if you disagree, I ban you, right? And then other than that, we have a little bit of like, right, Scylla, Silwolf, Jiao Qiu, also going up by quite a bit because of the rise of M-Blade with Acheron. Because M-Blade plus Jiao Qiu is definitely a combination. Then a next up main DPS is here. Oh my goodness. Wait, D Herda is once again the worst DPS? Wait, she is the worst DPS in Anomaly Arbitration, and she is the worst DPS in Epoch Shadows. Bro, that is just silly, bro. Bro, that is just absolutely ridiculous, bro. How the is this DPS gonna be the worst DPS in 2 different endgame content? And we haven't even seen Pure Vision reset, by the way. And we haven't even seen the Memory of Chaos reset. Wait, actually, what is Memory of Chaos at this current moment? Archer is the worst. There's a lie. There's no way. Oh, she couldn't even clear. Oh, that's crazy, bro. That is actually great. Okay, so her performance was so bad, she couldn't even clear Memory of Chaos. So that she was disqualified for being late to the test. Okay, Pure Vision. I guess she's still pretty decent in Pure Vision, right? Okay, I know this is about Anomaly Arbitration, but I did heard us shockingly bad results in Anomaly. It shocked me so much, I had to find out right now, right? So in Pure Vision. Wait, where did you? Ah, okay. Alright. But her time is taking though. You know the fucking pom-pom time? Bro, her time is taking, bro. I am genuinely so scared on what is gonna be happening in the next Pure Fiction reset. Cause I am guessing when that comes out, Break might do a little bit better because of the 3-team content. So there's probably gonna be a break buff. And then if Dihara doesn't secure this place, oh my god, she's literally gonna be the worst DPS in every single endgame mode across the entirety of HSR. So and I wanted to, right? Anyways, let's continue on a little bit more. All these other things are just not too important. Okay, frankly speaking, right? I do feel a little bit bad for like Jing Liu and Blade players because after the Nova Flare happened, it did nothing. Like they might as well just not have had a Nova Flare because like even if other units who didn't get bro, Luocha can still clear, bro. No Nova Flare. Right? Who else didn't get can Topaz clear? There's Jing Liu. Okay, chat. What do you think is a proposed solution for version 1 DPS? Because obviously not everyone is gonna end up being a Scylla. Because she's 1.0. She's special. Right? She's literally special because she's the first ever banner in HSR. So, you know, preferential treatment. But what do you think can be done with all of the version 1.0 DPS? I'm talking about Argenti, Topaz, Jing Liu, Blade. Dr. Ratio. Kill them. Kill that boy. We just kill them. We just kill them all. Just get an SP. Bro, okay, I am not even kidding, bro. I'm not even kidding. You know what HSR could do? They could adopt the Brown Dust 2 system. Not in terms of gooning, but Brown Dust 2 system is essentially for every single new unit, it could be either a whole ass new unit, or they give them this thing called costumes. In other words, SPs. It is like a variant of the original character. But what happens when you pull for an SP, right? Is that you actually can combine them into a single character by using their combined stats. So you lump them into one. Then you can choose which unit you want to use in combat based on the ultimates. So you could activate like a swimsuit Topaz ultimate, followed by a Bunny Girl Topaz ultimate, followed by a normal Topaz ultimate. And then like it will all be within part of the combat in HSR. So they improve their sales from SPs on top of making older units more viable. Then all the dudes and everything is like completely split. It's just that during combat, you have a choice of using all 3 of them at the same time. I think that is honestly a very, very interesting system. I'm not too sure how that's gonna be implemented. Yeah, like bro, BDSM Doctor. We are just gonna be moving on into, I guess, individual knights. God Devourer Offspring, I'm guessing rank 1 is gonna be Emblade, because this guy was definitely built for Emblade. Oh, okay, my bad. So it's still gonna be Remembrance Flagship, a little bit of Asheville, a little bit of Car, Teep. I'm surprised Teep actually did a little. Okay, I guess it's because of the follow-up attack, right? Which technically Emblade also has. But that is gonna be Emblade, right? We have a little bit of, I mean, you wouldn't really run Elation against this South anyway, so I think it's gonna be a little bit understandable. 3.79 for, ooh, okay. You know what? Fei Xiao clearing faster than, like, you know, any of these units at this point. I'm really, really happy for Fei Xiao, right? Clearing faster than main DPS and Nexa, both being a win DPS, by the way. Version 2 unit. Version 2 unit with no Nova flares, bro. And she is still holding her ground, which honestly is just super, super impressive. Alloy Autumn. Oh, okay, this is definitely make. What the Fu Xuan is the fastest clear in Olumatron. In Megatron Pom Pom. To be fair, there is not even that much of a one guy. It's like 20 guys. Because it's like 13,000, right? So it's also quite a decent chunk of people actually using Fu Xuan here, which is very, very cool. Then we have Elation Slop, Aha Slop, Aha Slop, Aha Slop. Oh. Bro, Evanesia. Okay, I feel like this is only just because all these random one guys are just getting boosted by Silverwolf. That's it. They're all just getting boosted by Silverwolf to make them have an inflated score compared to Evanesia. Right, then we have a couple of high scenes, Astro being pretty consistent. Castorice, you definitely wouldn't run Remembrance right here. So it is gonna be fair, blah, 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 blah. All the other units is not, ooh, yep, you definitely would not run them right here. And then very, very last one is Nigador. I am guessing Fei Xiao is gonna do better in Nigador than Akron, right? Because it's literally about joint attacks and full-up attacks. So we should be seeing a good Fei Xiao performance. Where is Fei Xiao, guys? Where is Fei Xiao? You're fucking lying, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Bro, I'm angry, bro. How the fuck are you not clearing with Fei Xiao against Nigador, bro? How? Bro, objectively, how, bro? It is legit a stage built for full-up attacks. But also, bro, a lot of people did not clear Nigador, huh? Okay, to be fair, you wouldn't really run Firefly, and you wouldn't really run Phylon. Aglaia can't clear. Bro, they literally made Nigador for Aglaia. Because joint attack counts as 2 stacks of war armor. Bro, I can't believe Aglaia actually cannot clear Nigador. That is quite crazy. How is Asheville not clearing Nigador? Yeah, bro, Nigador was built on the same patch with Aglaia. It was the fight that Aglaia showed her aura and then she zero cycle and all that fuck shit. But apparently, I guess that is not. And then the patch before Nigador was True Sting. It was the raid True Sting. And then you use D Herda to zero cycle True Sting. Afterwards, I remember it clear as day, by the way. That's why they call me Mr. Star. I remember all of the endgame rotations for each of these raid out characters. But why though? Why though? Why though? Wait, actually, as a matter of fact, did D Herda even clear any endgame? Oh, D Herda cleared Nigador? How? I'm guessing it has to be because of an Exile's additional follow-up attacks to proc war armor, right? Bro, there's no way D Herda deals enough damage to the spears, bro. It's just not possible. So you have to somehow deal enough AoE at E0, by the way. At E0. I think that is a... Oh, there was an erudition buff. Oh. Okay, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. Okay, if there's an erudition buff, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. Okay, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, last but not least, I am gonna guess rank 1, Elation. Rank 2, I don't even think I can say rank 2 is Remembrance. You know what? Rank 2 Remembrance with Tribi. Rank 2 Remembrance with Tribi. Rank 3 Akron. That's my guess. Because it's full E0, right? It's full E0. So, Elation, obviously Silver Wolf, right? Obviously Silver Wolf, because she's main push and she's E0, right? Remembrance with Tribi. Akron. What? Break clear faster than Acheron? No way, bro. No way, bro. How the did break clear faster than Acheron? No way that is possible, bro. Bro, you get so many debuffs on the bug dying. Nah, bro, that shit's silly, bro. Oh, that shit is silly, bro. 5.58 cycle on 8.83. Wait, there's so little Acheron users, bro. E0 to E0. Oh, remembrance is like 6. It's just full 6. Nah, chat, I just don't even think this is possible, guys. Bro, think about it, right? How the hell is Tribby gonna be at 4.77 and Remembrance is gonna be at 6? Because there should definitely be Remembrance users using Tribby, right? And using Hyacinth. So how the can they be at like a raw 6? It has to be like 5 point something average, no? Are you saying there's not a single Remembrance clear that used a E0 Tribby? Really? Really? No one used a E0 Tribby over Cyrene? Because the fucking follow-up attack is gonna be able to be dispelled by Tribby's follow-ups, right? Nah, I just think this is a little bit. It cannot make the mass usage. I have no fucking. Bro, speak English, bro. What are you? What is mass usage? I'll mass reproduce with Cyrene. Okay, but in any case, fastest clearing DPS is going to be Asheville with Emblade, and then next fastest DPS is pretty much gonna be Silver Wool 99 to 0 people surprise. I am genuinely shocked that okay, Evanescence being here is pretty acceptable because she can pretty much make use of the exact same buffs that Silver Wool is gonna be using as well. I am genuinely shocked that Break did a better job than Aggron. I did not expect it. Because even though you give Scarab Bash the fire weakness, 60% fire rest, right? It like what is Firefly gonna do with the debuffs, bro? Oh wait, it's crit damage increase, right? So Firefly doesn't care. I think that might be why. Because Break doesn't concern themselves with a crit damage debuff. Oh, that is so interesting though. That is genuine. At E0 Firefly as well. That is genuinely so interesting. I'm not sure what is Cypher doing with 5.67. I'm guessing with Emblade. Has to be. Because there's like 0.52%, which is a really, really low appearance rate. Right? But I believe... oh, Sparkle on 6? Who is Sparkle even gonna be with? Acheron? I don't think so, right? 6 is such a funny number though. Because it's like 6 flat. So, she has to be used with someone, right? Sparkle, Sparksy. I would expect the data to be at least like 5 point something, not like 6 flat. Unless some Sparkle users that used her with Sparksy died. Alright, like she couldn't clear. So they averaged that out. So it's like 7 cycle this word fuck. And then they come to an average of like 6. Because like 6.0 on the dot is a very, very weird statistic. Maybe Remembrance I can understand. So any E0 Remembrance users that use this team, they only clear in 6 cycles. And no one clear faster, no one clear slower. But the moment if you're going to be using someone with like a higher clear, I should expect an average of like 5 point something. So, everyone else unfortunately just did not clear at a E0 baseline. Are we really sure that E0 face out can't clear? Are we really sure about it? Are we really sure about it? I feel like there's a bit of a slander going on, bro. I feel like there's a bit of a slander going on. No way! Wait, where is... Oh, wrong buff, wrong buff, wrong buff, wrong buff, wrong buff, wrong buff. Hey? Bro, where is Acheron and Facial? Where's Acheron and Facial? Huh? Bro, there's no way. I don't get it, guys. Am I doing this wrong? Bro, E6 hook clear is fucking crazy, bro. What the fuck? E6 hook. Wait, where are the facial and Acheron clears, guys? Am I doing this wrong? Any size, all costs, latest. Show all runs. Oh. Is that E3? The fuck? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a crazy zero cycle with Acheron actually. Holy shit. Wait, we could do this exact same thing with E2 Cyrene. That is crazy. A lot of Okay, bro, respectfully, there's not a single Acheron that cleared without a zero cycle. Actually. I think they just didn't submit a run, guys. They just did not submit their clears with Acheron. So the only people that submitted their runs are zero cyclers. And then those people that just got a clear didn't care to submit them. So if I'm gonna find facial right now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find myself a facial zero cycle. And there it is. And there it is, guys, right? And there it is. 12 limited cost. Very, very exceptional. Also, 28 cost cyber clear zero cycle is kind of silly. Okay, so basically, apparently, there's just no facial clears at full E0. Man, Ceredra and Final also could not clear at E0. Alright, let's just take a peek at a slightly more relatable team, which is E2. Right, this is more relatable. Whoa! Welt Yang! 0.9 cycle giga chat, bro. Wait, he is the only mother that clear in less than 1 cycle. Bro, that is insane, bro. Wait, it's not even with like E4. It's up to E2. That is legitimately insane. We have a couple of Asheville's. Finon is the fastest clearing E2 DPS. Are you kidding? Wait, Finon clear faster than Evanesia and Silver Wolf? And Remembrance. And Firefly. Oh, that is legitimately crazy, bro. That is such a crazy, crazy performance. Bro, imagine if this is the fate of our Himeko Nova. Where like after you skip out the flagship in version 4, just pull for an E2 Himeko Nova, she becomes the strongest DPS at E2 for the next 10 patches. That would legitimately be so like, wouldn't it be fucking crazy if Himeko's E2 lets her deal 150% more damage? Like 1.5x her original damage. That would be absolutely absurd, bro. Yeah, our elation here is honestly, I mean at E2, Evanesia doing a little bit better than Silver Wolf. I think there's not too big of a disparity between them because there are more casuals running E2 Silver Wolf compared to E2 Evanesia. So with more casuals will obviously mean slightly lower average performance. Still doesn't change the fact that E2 Final is an absolute fucking monster, so that is very, very good. E2 Cyrene is basically still God. If you're not talking about the Elation flagships, then that's gonna be that. Okay, I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked that Tribby has a very slightly faster average than E2 Blade. This is E2 Blade, which I would expect bro to be like way better at E2 Blade. Because E2 Tribute legitimately does nothing. Like, who the fuck cares? But E2 Blade is like the Eidolon upgrade, bro. So, pretty interesting. And then this is gonna be EMZ, Avanite main DPS, that's gonna be fine. Better than Castor's main DPS to account for a little bit more of the sustainers runs. That's chill. Sparkle at E2, and then we have a little bit of RMC here. Bobbin is actually at 2.8. With who though? Who the fuck is using Bobbin? Oh! Wait, Fei Xiao cleared faster than Acheron, chat. Hey, need I say more? Bro, need I say more? Fei Xiao literally cleared faster E2 Fei Xiao to an E2 Acheron, guys. Bro, one guy is not even... Bro, you know Yao saying one guy, right? It's not actually a defense of anything, because it just means that there are still players out there that can discover the truth of a DPS's potential. So you saying one guy doesn't diminish the said one guy. If anything, it just proves that that one guy is miles ahead compared to every other player that sticks with the normie choice, right? So, and then what? Oh, the normies are pulling down Acheron. Is that so? Okay, then how do you explain the Herla then? Honestly, I'm quite surprised that she actually managed to clear. So, you know, 6 cycle is gonna be 6 cycle. So, once again, the worst performing E2 DPS across the spectrum. DOT not doing too good. Okay, I don't think this is DOT not doing too good. It is just that the moment you add on, especially E2, for a lot of DPSs, they tend to perform a lot better. Whereas for DOT, their scaling is like, it curves out exponentially. So at roughly E1+, you are not going to be able to get a similar level of performance with them anymore. Because the moment you unlock shit like E2 Finon, right, E2 Avanite, E2 Acheron, E2 Face Out, E2 Firefly, they just do way better cost for cost. So it is what it is. Then all of the other DPS is not gonna be able to clear, unfortunately. You know, I would honestly expect Agleia, Maide, and Anexa to clear, because this is E2+. So I would have guessed with the power of E2 Cyrene, they are able to help out with this character best. Also, I also just noticed that where is the Marco again? Archer and Saber also can. Okay, Saber, understandable. I guess Archer doing character best is just really annoying, because you constantly have to waste time slapping out the bugs. And also, this is not even a Saber failed. No one used Saber, bro. It's a 0% appearance rate. So it's not even whether or not she's a good or bad E2. Literally no one want to play her. So there's also not too much that we are able to do right there. With that being established, let's just jump straight into our overall appearance rate. Highest usage is still gonna be Remembrance, alongside with Elation. M-Blade is slightly lower than Super Break over here. Acheron went up by a significant amount after the release of M-Blade. D-Hera went up very... Ooh, a lot of players. Okay, maybe not a lot, like 5% of players, basically 1/3 of Final's population went Birth Flip Explode, because they decided to go Birth Flip Explode with Mr. Final, right? Then all the other things here, you know what, Fei Xiao is not for the casual, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And everyone else, blah, 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 right? Okay. Nice. Damn, that is a lot of 0 cycles with the Elation slot. Holy shit, 0 cycle, 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 and then this is where it gets to be 0.5. I think this is why Elation got so boosted, because there are so many 0 cycle teams at full E0, compared to any other team, to the point where it just skewed the results towards Elation because of Pom Pom King, right? So add that one too. Then rank 1 is actually Acheron. Acheron sustainless with car. I was thinking why car and not Well Yang. Then I remember you can't use E4 well in E0. I think there's more, because if I were to filter by Well Yang, I'm absolutely fucking positive this shit is gonna be E0, or rather 0 cycle. But other than that, we have a couple of RMC clears, carring with Asheville Blade, Elation, double Elation. Aha, slop without a sustain with double Elation main DPS. We have a 0.09 cycle with triple DOT Cyrene, definitely E2. Then we have a couple of 0.14s, blah, 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 and a lot of other DOT teams. And then for Nigador, it is once again Asheville Blade, Evernight Blade. The Blade replaced Cyrene. Oh, that is quite crazy. 2 cycle with a Blade Evernight. So he replaced the role of Cyrene in the old Remembrance team. And we have a couple of other Elation slots over here. And that is pretty much it, right? Okay. I am now going to filter by Well Yang. Whoops. What? Okay. Okay, so, bro, people are running Well Yang with like everyone and their moms. We are running Well Yang as a Cyrene replacement. 0.75 cycle. We are using Well Yang as a castorice replacement. We are using Well Yang as an Evernight replacement. We are using Well Yang, I guess, as a redraw replacement. We are using Well Yang as a Jiao Qiu replacement. And we are using Well Yang as a Finon replacement, because this is literally Finon team without a redraw. We are using Well Yang as a replacement for every single possible team in Night 3. Then Night 2. Oh my god. Quite a lot of 0 cycles. So we're using Well Yang as a replacement for Huan. So it is the legendary Well Yang sustained. Very, very nice sustained matchup. Well Yang Hyper Carry. Okay, Well Yang Hyper Carry at E0 looks a little bit rough. But a lot of Well Yangs. And then last but not least. Ooh. Well Yang Tribby. With a 2 cycle being the fastest. And then we have a Well Yang RMC 2 cycle on a full E0 Acheron. And then we have Well for all of these. Okay, as long as you have M-Blade, you use Well Yang. That is very, very interesting. We have Well Yang with DOT. That is very, very interesting. So a lot of teams with Well Yang only be used alongside with M-Blade for infinite AV delay, infinite hits, infinite follow-up attacks. I see. So Sarah feels that Well Yang is worse than Car. What is Car again? Wow! Sarah is unequivocally right, because Car is way better than Well Yang at E0 that point. You know what? This might just be Sarah herself. Yeah, this is probably a Sarah run. And then this might also just be a Sarah run where Sarah intentionally runs down Welt with this exact same team alongside with a couple of other players, which is really, really interesting. Wait, even with multiple islands, I'm not sure if this includes E4 though, because it says E1 plus. So if it stops at E2, then it is what it is. Because, well, not having access to the 30% vulnerability is kind of it's a big fucking L. It's a big fucking L. Well, Islands unexcluded because he is a standard characters. Oh, so this is with E4 Welt. So this is E4 Welt. So E4 Welt is worse than E0 car. Ah, I see. Okay, honestly, if you think about it, right, a lot of cars' performance, it gets boosted by a pretty significant amount because not a single car user actually used car with a sustain. Okay, except for this one guy, which then drops down the performance to like 3 to 4 cycles. But if you ever would like use car, you almost exclusively run her sustainless. Which is, you know, I mean, she is basically built to be a 0 cycler because she tallies up damage anyway. So the moment you run in a sustain, your patron stacks don't charge on enough, and then she kind of just falls off, right? But a very, very interesting check. Well, sustains clear. Sarah, how many times do you want to slender Welt? I get it. You hate Welt, right? Welt sucks. Fuck Welt. No one should ever be using Welt. If you're thinking about using Welt, Welt is literally worse than car. So just fuck Welt and always use car, right? Thank you. Okay, before we wrap up this quick little video, what else would y'all like to see specifically? Alright, dear Herda, bro, you're absolutely fucking right, bro. I mean, 5 cycle is not bad, guys. From 5 to a 1 cycle, you know why? It's not even because of E2 Herda, it's probably because of E2 Blade. And E2 Blade just wheelchair this all the way from 5 to 1, which is absolutely exceptional. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh. I mean, you wouldn't use Herda against Pom Pom anyways, so that is just not a very nice example. I feel like this is not that bad, guys. 4 cycle with a Cyrene. Then if you activate E2 Cyrene, you can get yourself a 2.33. So D Herda is still not too shabby. There are a couple of teams that I basically cannot clear. Check Anexa to see who is dragging the team down. Okay, so Anexa is basically clearing way faster than D Herda. As a main DPS, right? As a main DPS, he's doing way better. How do I then exclude Anexa? Ah, okay, so this is Anexa excluded. Okay, so without Anexa, D Herda is doing worse. So the Anexa Slenders have been a lie. Because if we add Anexa, D Herda will clear better with Anexa. So I don't think the problem is too much so on. Okay, maybe we can do it on the other team. Yeah, without Anexa, you're just not clearing at E0, bro. Because, okay, like, realistically, who the fuck else are you gonna use besides Anexa? I think the Slender is not so much that. Anexa is a worse erudition sub DPS than like D Herda or Jade. I don't think that was Slender. It's just that D Herda could have a even better erudition sub DPS than Anexa going forward. That is where the Slender is. Because like objectively right now, I'm pretty sure Anexa is D Herda's best sub DPS. Especially for like non-pure vision content. But in the future, if we get like an even better sub DPS than Anexa, we can give us even more damage, energy, and buffs. That is where I will feel the majority of the Anexa's Slender is coming from. So, air white, right? One last thing I kind of want to just see real quick, and that is going to be none other than cabin cast. Oh, wait, actually, this is the knights, right? Let's just look at king right now. Alright, there we go. I'm guessing the fastest 0 cycle is gonna be Elation Slop. And there it is. Elation Slop with Welt Yang. Alright, so we don't even need to care about Tribby, E2 Cyrene, or double Evanesia, and we'll just slap on a Welt Yang, and you're the best team in the entirety of HSR. And we do... Holy shit, wait, the disparity is massive, guys. So this is the only 0 cycle team in the entire server. No other teams at E0 can 0 cycle. Bro, nobody could even do this team sustainless with Evanesia. Because every other team is just not clearing. The only 0 cycle team with well sustained combined with silver 999. And we have a couple of 3 to 4 cycles with Azrael and Evanesia. That being said, at E1 plus, this team getting a 2.03 is pretty good. And then we have a couple of 1 cycle with man. This is definitely because of E2 Blade, so that's gonna be done. So we have a couple of Aventurine runs, Silver Wolf, a lot of Silver Wolf runs right here. As a matter of fact, let's just take a peek at this. Damn. Okay, so the only teams at E0, right? At E0, the only teams that Welt clear with is Welt himself, Acheron, and Emblade. And then this is a 0 cycle. Then if you want to talk about E2s, it's not bad. Oh, what the fuck is this team, bro? Holy shit. Oh, we have another 0 cycle at E2 with Evanesia, or rather, Silver Wolf. No Sparksy, no EMC. Just Tribby and Welt. And somehow this team actually 0 cycle, which is quite insane. The Evanesia team, which also did not use Sparksy or EMC. They just use Welt and Blade. And they get themselves that 0 cycle. Then we have a couple of Acheron 0 cycles. A Hue 0 cycle with Welt. That's really, really good. The Welt Yang just replaced my castorice and Tribby and a Hyacinth. That's very, very interesting. Then we have a couple more 0 cycles. But yes, I believe Welt Yang's overall use case has been really, really exceptional. Okay, one last guy, right? One last guy. Okay, one last guy. Well, I don't think there is gonna be too many things to check, right? Okay, what about Archer then? Okay, we got a couple of Archer clears, but they're really not that good. Right, you do need at least E1 Archer to even think about getting that 4 to 6 cycles, right? But in any case, I am going... Oh, Aglaya. You butter bitches, bro. Okay, this is a pretty good team, though. Aglaya, Boothill, Blade into Hue. Keyword being Boothill and Blade. Otherwise, Aglaya is just not clearing once again, so it is what it is. Oh, car. So you need cars as one for the additional speed as well as defense down. That is really, really good, right? That is really, really good. Actually, you need a lot of the IS ones. Now that you think about it. 6 costs. 7 costs. 7 costs standard. Because this was E6 Welt Yang, right? Very, very good. I am going to be wrapping up this video right here. The most difficult, shocking, the real king of Star Rail. And I'm sure Welt Yang's Giga Chat face 0.9. Word of the day is gonna be Anomaly Arbitration in R9's Enfield right now. Join Twitch, join Discord, use code POKE, tell them don't game us up, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.